Sagittarius, stop, do not scroll past this. If you are hearing my voice right now, on this exact day, the 10th of August, 2026, this is not the algorithm. This is not coincidence. Something in your spirit has been pulling you toward this message for days, maybe weeks. And today, the universe finally placed you here. And I need you to understand something before I go any further. What is coming toward you in the next 72 hours is so unexpected, so deeply aligned with the prayer you whispered when you thought nobody was listening, that you might actually cry, not from pinches from relief, from the sheer shock of finally being answered. So before I pull the next card, do me one small thing. Tell me in the comments where you are watching from right now. Drop your city, your country, one word, anything. Let the universe see you showing up for yourself. And if you haven't subscribed to Trusted Tarot yet, tap that button now, because what I'm about to reveal to you, Sagittarius, changes everything. You have been carrying something heavy, Sagittarius, and I don't mean a single problem. I mean a layered, quiet, exhausting weight that you have been holding in your body for so long that you almost forgot what it felt like to stand upright without it. You have been smiling in rooms where you felt invisible. You have been saying, "I'm fine," in a voice that has gotten thinner and thinner over the past several months. You have been the strong one, the optimistic one, the one who laughs it off, the one who says, "It'll work out," while privately wondering if it actually will. And tonight, or maybe this morning, depending on when this message finds you, I need you to hear me clearly. You do not have to perform hope anymore. You do not have to convince yourself that everything is on track when your gut has been whispering otherwise. Because the cards are showing me something that is going to crack that performance wide open. And it is not destruction. It is release. It is the kind of surprise that makes your knees go soft because you had quietly stopped believing it would come. I'm going to ask you to stay with me through this entire reading because the way the energy is layered here, the way these cards are stacking, I cannot give you the full picture in the first few minutes. There is context you need, there is a sequence. And if you leave early, you will walk away with half a truth, and half a truth in a moment like this can actually cause more confusion than silence. So stay, breathe, let your shoulders drop 1 inch. You are safe here. This is your reading. This was meant for your ears and no one else's. Now, the first thing the cards are showing me is a somatic confirmation, and I need you to be honest with yourself as I say this. In the last 3 to 5 days, you have felt something unusual in your chest, not pain exactly. A flutter, a tightness that comes and goes. A sensation like your heart is trying to rearrange itself around something it hasn't fully processed yet. You may have caught yourself pressing your hand over your sternum without realizing why. You may have woken up between 2 and 4 in the morning, not in panic, but in a strange, alert stillness, as if some part of you knew you needed to be awake for a transmission you couldn't consciously name. Your phone. You have been checking it more than usual, not scrolling, checking, looking at the screen, putting it down, picking it up again 7 minutes later, as if you are waiting for something specific but you will not let yourself admit what it is. That restlessness. Sagittarius, that low hum of anticipation sitting beneath your ribs like a second heartbeat, that is not anxiety. That is your energy field detecting something before your conscious mind has caught up. The shift has already begun in the unseen. Your body simply registered it first, and then there are the dreams. Oh, the dreams. The cards are showing me that your sleep has not been restful lately, but it has been deeply, almost aggressively symbolic. You have seen a face, or you have heard a voice in the space between sleeping and waking, and it jolted you. Maybe it was someone from your past. Maybe it was someone you are currently in a complicated dynamic with. Maybe it was a version of yourself you haven't been in years, standing in a doorway, looking at you with an expression you couldn't quite read. You may have dreamed of water, still water, or a door opening in a wall that shouldn't have a door, or a phone ringing in a room where you couldn't find the source of the sound. These are not random firings of a tired brain. These are your subconscious processing and arrival. Something is being delivered to you on the spiritual plane before it manifests in the physical, and your dreaming mind is the receiving antenna. If you have had even one of these experiences in the last week, that is your confirmation. You are in the right reading. This message is yours. I want to talk now about the person, because there is someone in this reading, Sagittarius, and the cards will not let me ignore them. There is someone who has been thinking about you in a way that would surprise you, not casually, not in passing. I'm talking about the kind of thinking that interrupts the mid-sentence in a conversation with someone else. The kind where they are washing dishes, or driving, or staring at a ceiling at midnight, and your name simply rises in their mind uninvited. And they have to set down whatever they are holding because the feeling is too large to multitask with. This person has been replaying something. A moment between you, a thing they said or didn't say, a choice they made that they are now seeing clearly for the first time, and the clarity is uncomfortable. It is humbling. And I will tell you this much right now, though I will not give you the full reveal yet because the sequence matters. This person is not where they were 3 weeks ago. Something shifted in them. A wall came down. A story they were telling themselves about you, about the situation, about why things were the way they were, has collapsed. And in the rubble of that old story, they are finding something they are almost afraid to name. I will tell you what it is. But not yet. First, you need to understand the timing because the timing is the key to everything. You have been in a season of waiting, and I know how much that word costs you. Waiting, the most agonizing, dignity-stripping, faith-eroding word in the language of love and longing. You have been waiting for a text, for a sign, for movement, for proof that you did not imagine the connection, that it was not one-sided, that your hope was not foolish. And the waiting has made you tired in a way that sleep cannot fix. You have started to build little walls around your own heart, not out of bitterness, but out of self-preservation. You told yourself you would stop checking. You told yourself you would redirect your energy. And you tried, God, you tried. But at 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, or in the middle of a grocery store aisle, the thought would sneak back in, and the longing would hit you sideways. And you would feel that small, private grief of wanting something you were not sure you were allowed to want anymore. I see you, I see how hard you have been trying to be okay, and I need you to hear this next part with your whole chest. The waiting is ending, not in a vague, someday cosmic plan kind of way. I mean specifically, I mean soon. I mean the cards are showing me a window that is opening within days, not months. And what walks through that window is going to make the waiting make sense. Every single silent night, every swallowed prayer, every time you chose faith over bitterness when it would have been easier to go cold, it is going to make sense. But I am not finished. I have only shown you the outer layer. The next part of this reading goes deeper into what is actually being prepared for you, what this person is about to say or do, and the specific emotional guidance you need so that, when the moment arrives, you receive it cleanly instead of flinching. Because here is the truth, Sagittarius. You have been hurt enough times that your first instinct when something good finally arrives will be suspicion. Your nervous system will say, "What's the catch?" And I need to prepare you for that reflex so it does not steal your moment. Let's step into the energy of this other person. I need you to picture them right now. Not the version of them that was cold, not the version that pulled away or gave you mixed signals, but the version of them that exists when they are entirely alone. The cards are showing me a profound internal reckoning happening within this person's energy field. They are sitting in a space of deep, almost suffocating realization. For weeks, they have been trying to distract themselves. They have been throwing themselves into work, into social circles, into mindless scrolling, trying to drown out the frequency of your connection. But the silence they created between you two has become deafening to them. They are realizing that the space they thought would give them clarity has only given them an echo chamber of your absence. I am seeing them looking at old messages. I am seeing them hovering over your name on their screen, typing out a paragraph, deleting it, and putting the phone face down because the shame of how they handled things is warring with their desperate need to hear your voice. They are remembering the way you looked at them. They are remembering the exact moment they felt your energy pull back, and it terrified them. But they were too proud, or too scared, or too emotionally unregulated to stop you now. That pride is crumbling into dust. They are preparing to say something to you that they have never said to anyone else. They are preparing to drop the mask. And this brings me to a crucial moment in our reading, and a crucial moment for you as the receiver of this energy. Before I tell you exactly how this communication arrives, I need you to anchor yourself in this community. If this message is resonating in your bones, if you are feeling that chest flutter I mentioned earlier, I need you to claim it right now. Go to the comments and type the word receive, just that one word. Receive. By typing it, you are signaling to the universe that your energetic gates are open. You are telling your higher self that you are ready to stop resisting the good that is coming. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to Trusted Tarot and turn on the notifications. The energy we are working with in these August readings is highly volatile and deeply transformative. And you do not want to miss the follow-up guidance when the shift actually hits your reality. Take breath, type receive. Let's go deeper. You might be asking yourself, if they are feeling all of this, if they are in this state of internal reckoning, why haven't they reached out yet? Why are you still sitting there on this 10th of August? Wondering if you made them up? Here is the delayed truth, Sagittarius. The reason for the delay is not a lack of love, and it is not a lack of desire. The delay is fear. Pure, unadulterated fear of your reaction. They know that they hurt you. They know that they left you in the dark, and they are terrified that if they reach out, you will be cold. Are terrified that you have moved on, that you have closed the door, that the beautiful, expansive, fiery energy you used to offer them has been permanently extinguished by their inconsistency. They are waiting for a cosmic green light. And the astrological and energetic shifts happening right now, in this exact week of mid-August, are providing that light. The planetary alignments are forcing hidden things into the open. Secrets are bubbling to the surface. The energetic dam is breaking. So, what is the main reveal? What is actually coming through the door? The cards are showing a sudden, unexpected communication. It is not going to be a casual, hey, or a mundane check-in. It is going to be a confession. It is going to arrive likely in the late evening or very early morning, when the veil is thin and their defenses are completely down. It might start as a single, heavy text message, something like, I need to tell you the truth about why I pulled away, or I can't do this anymore, I miss you too much. But it will not end there. This initial message is going to crack the dam, and it is going to lead to a phone call or a deeply vulnerable, multi-paragraph explanation where they finally expose the truth of what was happening in their life and in their mind. They are going to admit that they were overwhelmed, that they self-sabotaged because they felt unworthy of your light, or that external pressures made them retreat into their shell. They are going to offer you the apology you have been starving for, the apology you started to convince yourself you would never get. This is the intense surprise the universe has been holding back for you. It is the validation that you were not crazy. You were not asking for too much. You were simply dealing with someone who did not have the capacity to hold the magnitude of what you were offering at that exact time. But they have grown. They have done the shadow work in the dark, and now they are bringing it to you in the light. But here is where the emotional turn happens, and I need you to listen to me with every ounce of your intuition. When this message comes, when that phone lights up with their name, your nervous system is going to spike. You are going to feel a rush of adrenaline, followed immediately by a wave of defensive anger or overwhelming anxiety. Your body will remember the pain of the silence. Your ego will want to protect you by ignoring the text or by sending back something cold and dismissive to regain the upper hand. You will want to make them feel the exact fraction of the pain they made you feel. I am giving you this warning now, in this quiet moment, so that when the storm hits, you have a map. Do not let the old pain distort the new message. Do not react from the wound. Respond from the healed version of yourself that has been growing during this time apart. You have the power in this dynamic now. The power has entirely shifted to your side of the court. When they reach out, you do not have to reply instantly. You can look at the message. You can let the words wash over you. You can take a full 24 hours to let your nervous system regulate before you decide how, or if you want to let them back into your sacred space. This is about receiving clearly, not defensively. The timing of this is not random. The universe does not make mistakes. This is happening now, in this specific window of August, because you have finally reached a point of energetic detachment. You stopped chasing. You stopped forcing. You surrendered the outcome to the divine, and in that exact moment of surrender, you created the energetic vacuum necessary for them to rush back inches. The silence did its job. The waiting did its job. It stripped away the codependency and left only the pure, unadulterated truth of the connection. You are being rewarded for your spiritual endurance. But Sagittarius, I need to pull you back from the edge of this relationship for a moment, because the cards are flashing a brilliant, almost blinding gold around your personal empire. And if we only focus on this one person, you will miss the sheer magnitude of what the universe is orchestrating for your life path. You are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of luck, of grand horizons, and abundant wealth. Yet, for the past several months, you have felt financially stagnant. Haven't you? You have felt like you are working twice as hard for half the reward. You have been watching opportunities slip through your fingers, or you have been waiting on a specific contract, a promotion, or a financial breakthrough that seemed to be perpetually delayed. The cards are revealing the energetic reason why your life force, your creative power, your sovereign energy was entirely tethered to a waiting room. You were leaking your personal power into the void of this unresolved connection. And the universe, in its fierce protective wisdom, put a pause on your material expansion. It refused to hand you the keys to your next level of wealth, while your heart was still held hostage by uncertainty. But remember what I told you about the shift? Remember how your body registered the change before your mind did. The moment you truly, deeply surrendered this situation to the divine, the energetic dam broke, not just for love, but for your livelihood. In the coming days, overlapping with this intense romantic surprise, you are going to receive a communication regarding your career or your finances that will completely alter your trajectory for the rest of the year. It might look like an email you had given up on. It might be a sudden, unexpected offer from someone in your network who has been quietly watching your work. It is an invitation to step into a room, a project, or a financial bracket that you previously thought was out of your reach. And when this offer arrives, I want you to notice how it feels in your body. It will not feel frantic. It will not feel like a hustle. It will feel like an alignment. It will feel like the universe is finally paying you back for all the times you showed up with integrity when no one was watching. This is the abundance that was waiting for you to reclaim your worth. You are stepping into a season where your bank account and your love life are no longer at war with one another. They are about to synchronize. You are going to have the resources to build the life you want and the emotional capacity to actually enjoy it with someone who meets you at your level. And this brings us to the deepest emotional turn of this entire reading, the part that connects back to the very first thing I told you today. The part about the tears. Sagittarius, I know your mask. I know the mask you wear for the world better than you know it yourself. You are the optimist. You are the philosopher. You are the one who turns pain into a punchline, who spins tragedy into a lesson, who tells everyone else to trust the process, while you are privately bleeding out behind a smile. You have spent so much of your life being the emotional anchor for everyone around you. You are the friend who gives the best advice, the partner who gives the most grace, the child who tries to be the easiest to love. You have convinced yourself that your value lies in your resilience. You have believed that if you just stay positive, if you just keep moving, if you just refuse to be a burden, the universe will eventually reward you. But that toxic positivity, that relentless need to be the strong one, has exhausted your soul. It has kept you in a state of spiritual survival, denying yourself the very grace you so freely give to others. When this message comes, when this person breaks the silence and offers you the apology and the confession you have been starving for, and when that career opportunity lands in your lap confirming your worth, the tears that fall will not just be about them. They will be about you. You are going to cry from the sheer, overwhelming relief of finally being allowed to put the armor down. You are going to cry because, for the first time in a very long time, you will not have to fight for your place in someone's heart, and you will not have to hustle for your place in the world. The tears are the physical release of a burden you were never meant to carry alone. It is the profound, chest-heaving realization that you are deeply, unconditionally loved by the universe, and that your hope was never foolish. Your hope was a prophetic vision. You were seeing the future before it had the chance to manifest, and the waiting was simply the time it took for the physical world to catch up to your spiritual knowing. I want to speak directly to the fear that is still lingering in the back of your mind right now. The quiet voice that whispers, "What if it doesn't happen? What if I'm misinterpreting the signs? What if I get my hopes up and I'm crushed all over again?" I need you to look at that fear, acknowledge it, and gently thank it for trying to protect you. But you must tell it that its shift is over. You have survived every heartbreak, every disappointment, every silent night, and every closed door that the universe has placed in your path. You are still here. Your heart is still open, even if it is trembling. That is not weakness, Sagittarius. That is the ultimate spiritual mastery. To remain open in a world that gives you every reason to close off is the highest form of magic. And the universe rewards that kind of courage with miracles. The intense surprise coming your way is your reward for your spiritual endurance. You are being transitioned from the wilderness into the promised land. So, as we prepare to close this sacred space, I want you to do something for me. I want you to take a deep, intentional breath in through your nose, filling your lungs, expanding your chest, holding it for just a second at the top. And as you exhale through your mouth, I want you to physically drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your body know that the war is over. Place your right hand over your heart, feeling the steady, rhythmic beating beneath your palm. That heartbeat is the drum of the cosmos. It is the sound of your own survival, your own power, your own impending joy. Repeat this silently in your mind or out loud if you are in a safe space. I am ready to receive. I release the need to control the outcome. I trust the timing of my life. I am worthy of the surprise. Sit with that vibration. Let it soak into your cells. Let it rewrite the neural pathways that have been wired for lack and for waiting. You are stepping into a new timeline, and the bridge to get there is built entirely of your own self-trust. As we move into the final moments of this sacred container, I want to talk about the physical space between right now and the manifestation of this intense surprise. For the next 72 hours, your only job is to remain in a state of soft receptivity. I know how counterintuitive that sounds to a fire sign. You are a Sagittarius. You are the archer. You are used to aiming your arrow, pulling back the bowstring, and forcing the outcome through sheer willpower and relentless forward motion. You are used to hunting for your own joy, chasing down your own peace, and building your own bridges when the world refuses to build them for you. But this week, on this exact alignment of August 10th, 2026, the universe is asking you to put the bow down. The target has already been hit. The arrow is already in flight. If you keep trying to manipulate the energy, if you keep checking their social media, if you keep trying to engineer coincidental run-in, you will only disrupt the delicate frequency that is currently weaving this miracle together. Your only task now is to tend to your own nervous system. Drink your water, walk in the sunlight. Let your mutable fire warm you from the inside out, rather than burning yourself out trying to light up someone else's darkness. Because here is the truth about this person returning and this career opportunity landing. They are not coming back to cage you. They are not coming back to demand that you shrink your expansive, beautiful, restless spirit into a box they can comfortably manage. The internal reckoning they have been going through was specifically about realizing that they cannot handle your light by dimming it. They are returning with a newfound respect for your boundaries. They are returning with the understanding that if they want to walk beside you, they have to match your pace, not slow you down. The apology that is coming will not just be about the past, it will be a blueprint for the future. And when you hear it, I want you to listen not just to their words, but to the energetic resonance beneath their words. You will know instantly if they have truly done the work, because your body will not feel that familiar tightness of anxiety. Your body will feel a profound, settling exhale. You will feel safe. And Sagittarius, you have not felt truly safe in a romantic or professional dynamic in a very, very long time. That safety is the ultimate wealth. That safety is the foundation upon which you will build the next decade of your life. Now, I must give you one final warning before we close this portal. Sometime in the next 24 hours, likely tomorrow afternoon when the sun begins to dip and the shadows get long, your ego is going to attempt final sabotage. Psychologists call it an extinction burst. It is the moment right before a profound breakthrough where the mind, terrified of the unfamiliar territory of joy, will try to drag you back into the familiar territory of painches. You will suddenly feel a wave of cynicism. You will tell yourself that this reading was just a nice story, that you are foolish for hoping, that they are never going to text, that the job offer is a fluke. You will feel a sudden, irrational urge to isolate yourself, to turn off your phone, to push away the very things you have been praying for. When this wave hits you, and it will hit you, I need you to recognize it for what it is. It is not intuition. It is fear-throwing tantrum. It is the ghost of your past disappointment trying to protect you from a future it cannot comprehend. When that cynicism rises, I want you to smile at it. Literally smile, and say out loud, I see you, but I am no longer taking your advice. Do not let the final hour of the night steal the dawn that is already breaking. Hold the line. Trust the silence. Trust the flutter in your chest. Trust the dreams that have been guiding you. Let us now seal this energy. I want you to keep your hand over your heart just as it is. Feel the warmth of your palm against your chest. Imagine that warmth expanding, turning into a brilliant, liquid gold light that spreads from your heart center, down through your arms, into your fingertips, down through your spine, into your legs, and deep into the earth beneath you. You are grounding this reading into your physical body. You are taking the ethereal promises of the tarot and anchoring them into your cellular memory. With every beat of your heart, you are locking in this new timeline. You are locking in the apology. You are locking in the financial expansion. You are locking in the profound, quiet peace that comes from knowing you are deeply cherished by the universe. Take one more deep, shuddering breath in, pulling that golden light all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, release all remaining tension. Release the need to figure it out. Release the timeline. Release the how and the when. It is done. The spiritual work is complete. The physical manifestation is now just a matter of hours and days. You have been through the fire, Sagittarius, but you did not burn. You were forged. You are stepping out of the wilderness and into the promised land, and you are not walking in alone. The universe has been holding your hand through every single shadow, and it will be standing right beside you when the light finally breaks. If this reading found you at the exact right moment, if you felt that undeniable click of recognition in your soul when I first spoke your sign, do not let this energy dissipate into the ether. Claim it right now. Go down to the comments and type the words, I claim it. Let the algorithm, let the universe, and let your own subconscious mind see you taking ownership of this beautiful, intense surprise. Subscribe to Trusted Tarot so you are here when the next phase of your journey unfolds. And share this video with someone who needs to know that their waiting is almost over. You are so deeply loved. The surprise is coming. Keep your heart open. I will see you in the next reading.